Hoopla Kidz.
Five funny skeletons jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Zombie called the witch, and then she said, "Stop the funny skeletons from jumping on the bed." Four funny skeletons dancing on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So the zombie called the witch, and then she said, "Stop the funny skeletons from dancing on the bed." Three funny skeletons hopping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So the zombie called the witch, and then she said, "Stop the funny skeletons from hopping on the bed." Two funny skeletons sliding on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So the zombie called the witch, and then she said, "Stop the funny skeletons from sliding on the bed." One funny skeleton sleeping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. So the zombie called the witch, and then she said, "Put the funny skeletons back on the bed." Five skeletons were riding on a bus. One fell off and bumped his head. So the driver called the witch, and the witch then said, "No more skeletons riding on a bus." Riding on a bus. Riding on a bus. Four skeletons were riding on a. One fell off and broke the wheel. So the driver called the zombie, and the zombie said,
Stop the skeletons from riding on the bus.
Three skeletons were riding on a bus. One fell off and broke the horn. So the driver called the monster, and the monster said,
Stop these skeletons from breaking the bus.
"Riding on a bus. Riding on a bus." Two skeletons were riding on a bus. One fell off and broke the seat. So the driver called the coast, and the coast then said,
No more riding.
One skeleton was riding on a bus. He fell off and broke the bus. So the driver called the witch, and the witch then said,
Let's ride this bus tonight.
Riding on a bus. Riding on a bus.
The spooky funny bus is wobbling in the town. Watch its wheels go round and round. Then call the captain and the captain said, "Get ready for some fun in the town." The spooky funny bus is wobbling in the town. It's moving really fast all around. Then call the captain and the captain said, "No, I'm not going to slow down." Spooky water bus. Spooky water bus. The spooky water bus is sailing on the sea. Skeleton on the deck dancing happily. Then call the captain and the captain said,
Stop these skeletons from falling in the sea.
all the skeletons are dancing in the bus. Wobbly, 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 dancing in the bus. Then call the captain and the captain said,
Stop the skeletons.
"Spooky water bus. Spooky water bus."
Five skeletons went out one night over the graveyard far from sight. A crazy witch was brewing yummy stew. Green skeleton then danced to the groove. Four skeletons went out one night over the mansion far from sight. One goblin then scared him, boom! Yellow skeleton danced to the groove. Three skeletons went out one night over the woods and far from sight. A mommy screamed out all night through. Pink skeleton then danced to the groove. Two skeletons went out one night over the cave and far from sight. A monster greeted them, "How do you do?" Blue skeleton then danced to the groove. One skeleton went out one night over Teehee Town and far from sight. He sang and laughed and danced again, then said bye to Minnie and Len.
Bye.
Bye-bye!
Five skeletons were sleeping in the grave, and one woke up in the middle of the night. Four skeletons who lived by the graveyard loved to dance in the middle of the night. They couldn't stop dancing and laughing out loud, and all of this in the middle of the night. Three skeletons were sipping green tea, and one broke his tongue in the middle of the night. Two skeletons were playing hopscotch. He lost his Two skeletons laugh out loud, shaking up the town. One skeleton is singing loud, rocking the show and singing loud. One skeleton is singing loud, rocking up the town. Five skeletons are walking through the town, lighting up Teehee Town. Five skeletons are walking through the town, dancing all around.
Five skeletons went out one night over the graveyard far from sight. A crazy witch was brewing yummy stew. Robot skeleton danced to the groove. Four skeletons went out one night over the mansion far from sight. One got limp and scared him, boom! Robot skeleton danced to the groove. Three skeletons went out one night over the woods and far from sight. A mommy screamed out all night through. Robot skeleton danced to the groove. Two skeletons went out one night over the cave and far from sight. A monster greeted them. How do you do? Robot skeleton danced to the groove. One skeleton went out one night over Teehee Town and far from sight. He sang and laughed and danced again, then said bye to Minnie and Len. Bye-bye!
Hoopla Kidz.